Okay, so I gotta show you the coolest rental property that you need to come check out ASAP. If you're a couple, small family, or even looking for a place for a full-blown family reunion, this place should be the next on your list. It's not just one, but 3 connected yet separate Airbnb properties that's about 100 yards from the Westfork of the Bitterroot River, about an hour and a half south of Missoula, and it's basically in the middle of nowhere, AKA paradise. I'm gonna show you all around the outside of the property as well as the inside, the differences between the units, and why you should consider this for your next vacation. Let's take a look. Okay, literally steps away from the front entrance of the property where you would park your cars right here. You walk over here, and they've got a really nice path that's been shoveled to an awesome fire pit. This used to be where they would break the horses. The current owners have retrofitted it, brought it in a lot closer, and made this into an amazing fire pit structure. It's a great place to cozy next to the fire and roast some marshmallows. So over here, they've got the coolest old pickup truck. Look at this old Ford. Really cool as a decoration piece. And then they've got this old structure right here. And I've been told by the owner that there's actually gonna be a hot tub installed at some point. So this is the main parking area for either of the units. I'm gonna show you the bottom unit first. And check this out. Really neat. So the first thing that comes to mind is that this is a massive living room / kitchen setup. And the reason for this is actually because this building used to be a barn. And what I've been told is that before they were able to convert this whole property at once, they had to start with one side. Therefore, we have a really oversized living room that leads into the kitchen, followed by more moderately sized bedrooms and a bathroom. So the first thing that jumps out at you when you walk into this unit is the massive table. There are 10 chairs here, as well as a really good sized couch, 2 seats, as well as a pull-out sofa over here. I want to show you the bedrooms and the bathroom. So we got the master, the kids' room, and the bathroom. So I'll show you the master bedroom right here. This is a queen size bed. Everything has been hand built. Amazing dresser with, let's see, 5 drawers right there. There's a good sized closet and a door that leads to the outside. And amazing views. Literally 2 steps out of your bedroom. Back to the covered awning right here. And there's the upstairs that is accessible. So if you have friends that are staying in the unit above you, it's a good place to hang out, but a little bit of separation to it if you don't know anybody staying at the unit at the same time you are. I also want to point out this is a little bit of a privacy wall. It's very tastefully done. So if you're staying in this downstairs unit and somebody's staying in the Conestoga wagon over there, you're not necessarily having eyes coming into your space. Back inside the master bedroom. Okay, so I'll show you the bathroom here. So we got a double sink going on here with the mirrors, a full-size toilet, and a shower that is also a bathtub shower, which is really great. Having 3 kids myself, this is a huge amenity to have when you're staying at an Airbnb type situation, to be able to give the kids, especially young kids, a bath. Going into the second bedroom, it's right here. I got 2 sets of bunk beds, so you can sleep 4 full-size adults. These are huge. I've slept in one myself, and I'm 6 feet tall, no problem. Great for kids though, obviously. Super cozy. I'm wearing a jacket, but this thing is cranking out heat as we speak. All right, next I'm gonna show you the upstairs unit. It's really neat. A couple ways to get there. You know, I can go out the main door right here behind me and walk around, or in this case, I'll show you walking out of the kitchen. So go through the door. Now we're outside. There are the stairs, all right. These have been shoveled, very nice. You can see the amazing views here we have of the Bitterroot National Forest. Hard to capture in the video from this far away, but you can absolutely hear the river not too far away. Okay, heading into the upstairs. Welcome to the second rental property. Really cool structure. So this used to be a barn that literally the beams came down the sides. And when they were renovating this building, they actually bumped it out. So it gave you full height access for a bedroom and for a living area and a bathroom. So in the living room, what's nice about this is it does have its own separate bedroom with a door. Again, great for A small family, if the mom and dad want to hang out there and the kids are on the pull-out sofa bed, that is an option. Or if you're just a couple looking to stay here, that's a great option as well. So here we got the full-size bedroom and a king-size bed. Very nice. Another window right there. Another window with a ceiling fan and a light and a heater built into the unit, as well as a separate space heater in case it gets super cold. I love it because it's big enough, but it doesn't take away from the main living area, which is really nice. Here's the kitchen. Very much open concept. Everything is brand new and just really tastefully decorated and appointed. You can see there's the fire pit outside. And I'll show you the bathroom here as well. So in this case, we have a full-size stand-up shower. There is no bathtub here, unlike the downstairs unit, but very tastefully decorated and appointed. Amazing sink, mirror, full-size toilet, and what a great view, again, of the Conestoga wagon and also of the trees in the background. And the balcony is another big benefit. So if I walk outside right here, this is what it looks like walking out of your unit. These rocking chairs are amazing. And you've got the Bitterroot National Forest at your disposal. Pretty sweet. So if you're staying in the Conestoga wagon, you have full access to this secondary unit right here, which has, I'll show you inside, but it has a full-on kitchen, a washer and dryer, and 2 bathrooms, one of which is a full shower, the other is a full-size shower and bathtub combination. But if you're staying in the bottom unit or the upstairs unit, you also have access to that facility if you need to use a washer and dryer. It's just available upon request. You can see they even shovel the deck here before I started filming, as they would for you if you were staying here. Beautifully lit up at night or during the day. Just a really cool property throughout. All right, now if we leave the upstairs unit, we head down the stairs. I just want to show you one thing too. If I just stop yapping here for a second, just listen to the sounds of nothing. Pretty sweet. You can see we got 3 rocking chairs right here outside under the deck here, which is awesome. It's snowing, be a great place hang out. Now I'm going to walk around and show you probably the coolest part of this whole thing is the Conestoga wagon. All right, so if you can't tell, there's actually a cover on top of the wagon. This is not what it looks like in the summertime. There's the wagon tarp that's over top of this thing, but they got the cover on for the winter, which is nice. Okay, so I'm inside the Conestoga wagon. This has to be the coolest part of the property by far. It's hard to describe in words, but this is really neat. I feel like I'm taking a step back 150 years ago. One thing that's important to note too is that this wagon was not built by the owner of the property. They bought this as a separate unit. The people that make this wagon, that's what they do. They make Conestoga wagons. It's fully heated if it's cold outside during the wintertime. It has air conditioning if it's hot outside during the summertime. There are windows, as you can see, that you can open up right there. Well, this one actually just is a covering for the door. And then this behind the this behind the queen size bed right here is a full on, you can open it up and see the outside. That is a direct line of sight to the woods that leads to the river. It's actually bigger than it looks. I'm 6 foot and I've got a solid 2 feet of clearance above me. Mom and dad would sleep here. 2 young kids are there. And you've even got a little table here with 2 chairs. Really awesome as the former wagon wheel. Here's the heater for the unit right here, as you can see, with full electricity and outlets throughout. Let me show you also by the side of the bed. Got a really nice built-in nightstand. There's an outlet here and on the other side as well, with some room for storage behind the bed as well. Really great for suitcases in front of the window. You can see this is no joke. This is a real covered wagon. It just happens to be fully modernized for the 21st century. Okay, so walking out of the Conestoga wagon, we go down the steps here, and you can see I'm literally 12 steps, thereabouts, to this unit. I mentioned that's the coolest part of this property is the wagon right here. And the reason is because by itself, it is really great, but it doesn't have the extra amenities you need to really come here and stay for a couple of days. However, the owners put in this auxiliary unit, for lack of a better term, in. You can see I've got 2 ways to get into the room. One is the door right there, you can see through the window, and the second is around here. So I'm going to show you this. Okay, going in to this auxiliary unit. So here we've got bathroom number 1, bathroom number 2, washer and dryer with all the fixings up there, and a utility sink, which is really nice, and a kitchen, which is fantastic. Not to mention seating, 2 little tables here, more heating right there, and there's your wagons. And I want to show you this too. I thought this was really tasteful of the owners. So here is shower number 1. Notice it is a level, well, it's almost level with the floor. Full-size standing up shower. It's probably about 7.5 to 8 feet tall. If we go to the other bathroom, very nice sink and mirror combo as well, full-size toilet, but this has a shower with a bathtub, which is fantastic, really thoughtfully designed, because I got a couple kids myself, and the bathtub comes in handy. So if you're staying in the wagon, fear not, bathtub for young Timmy, not an issue. So once you're done doing your laundry, use the facilities, make yourself some coffee, walk out, and now you are outside once again, steps away from the West Fork of the Bitterroot River. And I'm actually going to show you that right now. Okay, so I was kind of hoping this would happen. I feel like you can't make this stuff up. I am literally steps away from the building I just walked from, and I'm steps in the river. And look who decided to come out and join us. Let's see if we can zoom in. There's a cow right over there. And a lot of times, if there's one, there's 50 right behind them. So it's a little hard to see. I can't zoom in anymore in the video, but we'll see if they walk out. But this is a daily occurrence out here in Darby, Montana. So I'm going to walk out to the river and show you what it looks like. Okay, there's the property. You can see the lights through the trees about 100, 150 yards away. I just had to come across here. But look at this view, you guys. This is amazing. This is what it's all about right here. So we are not on the property anymore. We are in fact standing on national forest. This is the West Fork of the Bitterroot River. A couple of things worth noting about this property and amenities that come with staying here for Airbnb is that we are about 45 minutes, almost to the T, from Lost Trail Ski Resort. If you get on this road and then take a right, and then take another right, you go up the mountain pass, almost into Idaho. Actually, it's right on the Idaho-Montana line. You are at about 7,000 feet-ish, and you're at Lost Trail Ski Resort. Amazing ski mountain, very much unheard of, huge skiing, but very much local vibes. You're looking at Idaho and Montana, and that's only about 45 minutes away. So really great amenity here. Come here in the wintertime, go nymph fly fishing if you would like, go skiing or snowboarding, and obviously during the summertime, amazing. Fly fishing, like you wouldn't believe, access to side-by-side. There are trails all around these mountains, literally across the street over there. It's hard to make out in this video, but there is a forest road that leads up all behind those mountains back there, miles and miles and miles of forest roads. You go up the road a couple miles or so, you get to the Painted Rocks Reservoir. It is a dammed reservoir that is unbelievable. They drain it during the wintertime. People go mudding there in late fall. In the springtime, it fills up with the winter runoff and becomes a really great lake or reservoir that you can play in. To have access to this kind of land and pristine wilderness is basically unheard of unless you go up to Alaska. This is one of the last great bastions of preserved wilderness and national forests that exist. It's all right here waiting for you to come visit and check it out, either by yourself or with a bunch of friends and family for a huge reunion. This is the place you want to check out. That about wraps up my tour of this amazing luxury bunkhouse here in the middle of the Bitterroot National Forest, about an hour and a half south of Missoula. Really amazing place to stay. Again, I can't reiterate enough. If you are a solo traveler looking for a place to stay, boom, the Conestoga Wagon's got you covered. If you're a small family, upstairs is your place. If you're a large family or just want some more space, downstairs. Or if you're looking for your next family reunion or got a big friend group that's all over the country wanting a place to meet up, you fly into Missoula, drive an hour and a half south of here. We've got all kinds of parking. You're 45 minutes from a ski resort. You're 150 yards, if that, from one of the most amazing fly fishing destinations in the lower 48 and certainly in Montana. And you've got this amazing property. It's been completely renovated and brought up to date, modernized, all for you, ready to come check it out. If you got any questions about this property or any of the units, be sure to put them below in the comments section of this video if you're watching on YouTube. And please consider this property for your next vacation and see if there's some time on the calendar that'll work for you. I know the owners would love to have you out here, and I promise you, you won't regret it. That's it for me. I'm out of here. See you.